The United States is stepping up efforts to curb the global rise of Chinese tech giants, from TikTok and Temu to Huawei and DJI, citing national security concerns and the risk of data exploitation. But as Washington draws sharper lines, countries like Ukraine find themselves caught between competing tech superpowers. Why is the U.S. going after TikTok? The battle over TikTok is reaching a critical phase. The U.S. government fears that TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, could compromise American users' personal data or be used to influence public opinion through its powerful recommendation algorithm. To address this, Congress passed a law requiring ByteDance to divest TikTok to a non-Chinese entity by January 19, 2025, or face a full U.S. ban. Despite a temporary blackout of ByteDance apps in January 2025, newly elected President Donald Trump delayed enforcement multiple times. Ironically, while his campaign leveraged TikTok during the election, ByteDance now plans to spin off a U.S.-only version of TikTok, run on separate algorithms and data systems. This version will be majority-owned by American investors like Oracle, Blackstone, and Andreessen Horowitz, though ByteDance would keep a minority stake. A major sticking point remains. Will U.S. investors get access to TikTok's proprietary algorithm? Built on advanced machine learning, the algorithm is central to TikTok's success and a primary reason U.S. officials worry about foreign manipulation of content. Beyond TikTok, Huawei, ZTE, DJI, and Temu under fire, Washington's crackdown isn't limited to social media. Huawei and ZTE have faced growing restrictions since 2019, when Huawei was blacklisted over alleged espionage risks. In 2022, all sales of their telecom equipment were banned outright in the U.S. The concern, their devices could contain backdoors for Chinese surveillance. China's 2017 National Intelligence Law obliges companies to assist state security services, fueling U.S. fears of hidden data pipelines. Critics argue the bans also serve economic interests, as Chinese firms often outprice Western rivals. Temu, the budget e-commerce platform owned by PDD Holdings, also drew scrutiny. It used a trade loophole, the de minimis rule, allowing imports under $800 to bypass tariffs and inspections, to flood the U.S. market with ultra-cheap goods. That changed in January 2025, when President Trump ended the de minimis exemption for Chinese imports and added a 10% tariff. Prices on Temu jumped 130 to 150%, weakening its edge over platforms like Amazon and eBay. DJI, the world's top drone maker, is next in the crosshairs. Widely used in U.S. agriculture, law enforcement, and infrastructure, DJI drones are popular for their price and performance. But lawmakers worry about potential data leaks to China, especially in sensitive sectors. Congress has mandated a national security audit of DJI by December 23, 2025. If it isn't completed, new DJI sales in the U.S. will be banned. A proposed law, the Drones for America Act, would phase out Chinese-made drones entirely by 2028 and subsidize domestic drone manufacturers. Allies under pressure, a global tech divide. The U.S. isn't just acting at home, it's pressuring allies to follow suit. In 2020, Washington warned Five Eyes partners, U.S., UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, that using Huawei gear could jeopardize intelligence sharing. That same year, it launched a Clean Network initiative to push allies to eliminate Chinese tech from telecoms, cloud systems, and mobile apps. More than 60 countries signed on, including NATO members Japan and South Korea, but compliance has varied. The UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand have taken strong action. Others have implemented partial or symbolic bans, such as restricting Chinese apps only on government-issued devices. Ukraine has also felt the pressure. In 2019, then, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo warned Kyiv about Huawei's involvement in its telecom infrastructure. While Ukraine hasn't issued a full ban, some local providers have begun transitioning to Nokia and Ericsson equipment. What's next? Two tech blocks emerging. The broader picture is one of tech fragmentation. The U.S. push to contain Chinese technology is giving rise to two competing digital ecosystems, one led by American companies, the other by Chinese firms. For middle ground countries like Ukraine, the options are narrowing. As the U.S. China rivalry escalates, the next battleground may be artificial intelligence, where questions of data control, algorithms, and ethical governance will take center stage.